is mindfulness. You want to get into the habit of being mindful of doing things. Um, we live in a world where everything is just so routine for the most part. Not anymore, but typically everything's so routine, right? We get up, we take a shower, brush our teeth, eat breakfast, go to work. We have this routine. And next thing you know, it's, you're having dinner and you may ask yourself, where has the whole day gone? Um, and that happens because we're not being mindful of what we're doing, right? We're not enjoying the moments of the things that we're doing. We're not enjoying the moment of of the mundane things that we're doing, like brushing our teeth or getting ready or cooking, right, or cleaning. These things are fairly mundane, but they can be enjoyable if you're being mindful and being present in the moment and just enjoying the environment, enjoying your surroundings, and enjoying being mindful of the body's sensations, right? There's a lot of sensations we may feel when we're doing certain things that may feel good to us or may not feel good to us, right? And we kind of may just brush it off or ignore it and kind of move on. Um, but if we be mindful of those sensations and those movements and our surroundings, right, especially if we're working outside, we tend to just walk to our car or walk to the building. But if we do things with mindfulness and kind of look around, we may be able to glance at the beauty of things around us, right? The flowers. Now, it's practically summer, so things are blooming, everything's green, everything's out. The birds are singing, all the fantasy stuff, right? Um, but we're not being mindful of those, so we're not really enjoying the beauty that's already around us, and we're kind of just walking right past it. Um, and when we do that, we may tend to say that the world is ugly and it's dark and it's chaotic. And it is, if you think that way, it is because you're not being mindful of the beauty that's already there. We're being mindful of the craziness that's happening. We're being mindful of all the chaos and the anger and the danger that's going on in our communities. We notice that because we're being mindful of it happening. But if we're also mindful of the beauty that's already there, that's been there, then we can enjoy um, our days and our time and our lives a little bit better. Okay, I've gone off topic as usual. So back to our distractions. Um, I'll kind of end it there. I'll end it there. Um, we'll do a short meditation together here virtually for at least 15 minutes or so. And then I recommend you continue your meditation forward after that, once we're done. And again, try to make that schedule for meditation every day. You don't have to live a life like a monk or a nun, obviously, but just make that schedule, even if it's one time a day, right? I recommend at least twice a day, at least once in the morning, once at night, just to get you into the habit. But if you're only meditating once a day, that's perfectly fine. Just make that scheduled routine that to do it every single day. And then start off slow, right? Start off easily with 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes if 10 is too much. It's not about the quantity of the time, it's about the quality. And our quality is being able to maintain our concentration on our object of meditation with minimal distractions. But if you're being distracted, that's totally fine. Just make that mental note or snap yourself out of it and go back to your object of meditation. So if you're starting with just 10 minutes, for a while, maybe after a few weeks or a month, add 5 minutes to it, right? So you're doing it for 15 minutes now, and add increments of 5 minute increments to your sessions, every few weeks, every month or so. That way you can get up to maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Between 45 minutes, an hour is probably the most recommended. And then eventually, because during our meditation retreats, we are meditating for longer sessions than we typically do, right? We're typically meditating for 45 to 60 minutes during our meditation retreats. which we may not even have one for this year. If we do, it'll be towards the end of the year. But if you do plan on joining us for that retreat, at least you want to get yourself into the habit of being able to maintain meditation and sit for meditation for extended periods of time. Yeah, so let's go ahead and sit for meditation together. We'll just do for 15 minutes. We'll do for 15 minutes and I'll end the meditation. Again, as usual, if you have any comments or questions or concerns or emotional outbursts, feel free to leave them in the comments, send us an email, either on Facebook or through our email form on our website, or just leave them in the comments. I'll try to respond to you as I can. So we will sit. Let's go ahead and just get yourself into meditation posture. Remember to keep your back straight, lift your hands all the way over your head, stretch up high, and then bring them down slowly. That way, that'll get your back as straight as naturally possible. Keep your shoulders back. You want them aligned with your hips. If you're sitting on the floor, I recommend at least half lotus. It's most comfortable. That way, you create a good foundation. Do remember to use maybe even a couple of cushions. You want your butt a little bit higher than your knees. That way, your feet and your ankles and knee area don't hold all the pressure. You want to create that triangle foundation to be most stable as possible. If you're on a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the ground, and your hands can either be on your knees or hold them palm by palm, palm in palm. But if they're on your knees, remember to not hold yourself up, right? You don't want to hold yourself up during the meditation. You just want to gently, calmly keep your hands on your knees. You can keep your eyes semi-open, not all the way open because you want to get distracted by things around you, not all the way closed because you don't want to fall asleep. And keep your tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. That way it'll keep the saliva in the back of the mouth. That way we're not constantly swallowing. And then just stay your object of meditation. So if you're counting your breath, just remind yourself that you're counting your breath and that's your object of meditation. If you are using some other object of meditation, just make that mental note of what it is. That way your mind knows what to go back to. So we'll sit for 15. I recommend once we're complete, if that's good enough for you, good. If you want to continue the practice and the meditation after that, definitely do that by all means. And then again, just leave any questions or comments you may have for me, and I'll try to respond to them as I can. And then we will continue our classes. Meditation classes will continue every second and fourth Saturday of the month, 10 a.m. I'll try not to delay them this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back, everyone. We had a productive meditation session. I was doing so good until that phone rang and someone was leaving a message and I got distracted and lost my count. See, even I lose my count. So that was hopefully not too bad. 15 minutes wasn't too long for most of you. Again, I do recommend at least trying out first with 10-15 minutes and then just adding 5-minute increments every few weeks or so to your session. If you do want to meditate longer after I'm done here, please do so, and do set your schedule every day for meditation. Or even if you want to do walking meditation around the house or outside, go back, and I recommend to go back and watch our walking meditation class that we did not too long ago, but probably long ago because it seemed like forever ago. Watch that class. I believe we did one full class on walking meditation. So do go back and watch that if you do want to at least practice walking meditation versus sitting, or do one sitting session during the day or the night, and then walking one a day or one a night. That we have walking and sitting sessions throughout the day, whatever works for you best. Again, if you have any questions or comments, concerns, emotional outbursts, feel free to leave them in the comments or send us an email. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. So we'll be back again on the second Saturday of July. I don't know exactly what day that is. Let's find out. So our next class will be on the 11th of July, the weekend after and the 4th of July. So the 11th and the 25th will be our next two classes in July. Again, they'll be virtual. I don't know what we'll be talking about yet, but stay tuned for that. All right, everyone, thank you for joining me today. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.